This is the all-new Ford Puma Gen-E. Yes, they have finally turned this car electric. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you what it's like to drive, reveal its shocking efficiency, and most importantly, can you hide a body in the boot? Now, the last time I reviewed an electric Ford, it was the Capri, and I put some Mondeo stickers on it. I'm not going to do that today because I quite like this. I remember when it was first launched in 2020 and I wasn't offended by it because I used to have the old Puma Coupe and I loved that car. And then when they turned it into a small SUV, I thought it was all right because you've still got the nods to the original car. That's the important thing. The bug eyes, the Puma bug eyes just look so good. Now in terms of the styling, it looks exactly the same as the current outgoing Puma. The only difference is, boom, the front. That's the only way that you'll know it's fully electric. This is kind of taken off the Mackie, so it shows it's all part of the Ford family, but it looks exactly the same as the outgoing Puma. They don't need to change it, do they? It's a very, very popular car. I mean, it's a massive seller in the UK, so I do think if you are making the change to electric, this will be a really good shout for you. You've got more efficient wheels, that's good for range, etc. And then as you come round the back, you've now got white badging. So as soon as you see a Ford with white badging, you know it's electric. It does have a party trick. Now, the mega box in the outgoing Puma is big. It's now a gigabox. Bloomin' huge. I need to show this properly. Vicky, all the way in, please. All the way in. That's insane. So you've got 574 litres of space. You can absolutely hide a body in this thing. Can you get lower? Yeah. That's insane. For a car of this size, having this amount of space is unbelievable. Like, you think of all of the rivals like the Avenger, even the Volvo EX30, their boots are quite small. 574 litres is unbelievable. You can fit a Vicky. All right, see you later then. Bye.
So Ford are offering 2 series, 3 packs and 5 options. So you can either get the normal Gen-E or you can get the Gen-E Premium, which is what we have here. You can get 3 different packs. The Comfort Pack, which includes foldable mirrors, keyless entry, a powered tailgate, etc. You've also got the Winter Pack, which comes with a heated windshield, heated front seats, heated steering wheel. Lovely. And then you've got the ADAS Pack. That includes things like the 360 camera, pre-collision assist, front parking aid, etc. You've also got 5 options you can add on. So you can add on some 19-inch alloys, you can add on a panny roof, a contrasting roof, a tow bar and some all-season tyres.
Interior-wise, Nicki Shields has actually done a full detailed walk around of this car. So if you do want details, then you can go back and look at her video. But my favourite parts in here, you have extra storage compared to the outgoing petrol Puma, which is just underneath here. So you've got more room for more things. Oh, you've got a USB and a USB-C. Down there. And then you've got 3 kind of cup holders. So we've got 2 coffees in there, and then you've got a little middle bit in there, which is where we've been keeping the key. You've also got loads of storage in here as well, little shelf for your shelf needs, and then a bit more in there. And then you've got, I'm going to put that back, and then you've got storage here, wireless charging here, decent door bins, storage here. So actually, it feels quite nice in here. There's quite a lot of scratchy plastics. I mean, this car is starting at just under £30,000, but there is quite a lot of plastics going on in here. You do have a bit of material, but the plastics does feel like quite a lot. But it's all right. I mean, if I was to compare this to the Jeep Avenger, for example, this feels a bit more plush. I quite like the fact that in this premium version, you've got the B&O sound system. It's like a nice sound bar. Yeah, it looks and feels quite nice. You've got 12-inch screen here, 12.8-inch screen here. This has all of your driver information. All in here, this is the Sync 4 setup, which I found every time I've driven a Ford with a Sync 4 setup, it's really good. It's really intuitive and it doesn't really have much lag. And that's really annoying because I've just said that and I pressed the home button and then there was lag. It's typical, isn't it, while you're filming? But it's pretty good. You've got very basic features going on in here. So if you want to see your trip energy and find out how you're doing per kilowatt hour, then you can just kind of click on there and see everything. But it's all right. It works. It's got wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, lovely, lovely. You know, like a lot of cars tend to have party tricks these days. This doesn't really have a party trick apart from the massive boot. Oh, there is a frunk as well, by the way. I forgot to mention that, where you could just keep your cables. It's tiny, but you can put your cables in there. It's bigger back here than I thought it would be. Now, obviously this is an electric version of the outgoing petrol version. So there is like a little mini hump in the middle, but you still can easily get 3 people back here. That's set up for my driving position. I am 5'6.5", and I have legroom. I do. There's not really much going on back here. There's nothing to pull down here. You've got a couple of USB-Cs there, so you don't have to fight over those. Small door bins, and that's about it really. But it's not bad back here. You can opt for a panoramic roof if you want one, because then it'll feel more spacious back here. But I'm not complaining.
Ford are also including their power promise. Right, listen to this, because this is all included with your Puma, right? You get a free home electric car charger and free standard installation, up to 10,000 free charging miles, 8-year 100,000 mile warranty on the battery, free of charge 5-year service plan, free of charge 5-year towing assistance. Then you've also got access to more than 33,000 UK public charging points via Ford's Blue Oval Charge network, and the Ford Pass app, which basically eliminates stress and storage of multiple apps for public charging payments. That's good, isn't it? They're looking after you. Yeah, they are.
This video is brought to you with Andersen EV, the UK's most awarded home charge point brand of 2024, offering over 200 colour and finish options, a market-leading 7-year warranty, and a unique hidden tethered cable.
Right, this thing is nice and quiet, and do you know what? It's quite smooth as well. So yesterday we took it on a good 2-hour drive, and every time we hit a speed bump or hit a pothole, it was handling it pretty well. And there's also some oomph behind it. So we've got 165 horsepower, which doesn't sound like much, but it will do 0 to 62 in around 8 seconds, which is pretty much the going rate for most cars this size. But it does feel faster than what it actually is. And I think the reason behind that is because there's a bit of noise, fake noise, that I don't mind. There it is. So you feel like you're going faster. You feel like you've got an engine. Because I remember when they released the Mach-E and they put the fake V8 sound on the inside, I was like, oh, I don't like the sound of that. But this sounds all right. You can turn it off if you want to, if you're that person that doesn't like fake engine noises. But I don't mind it at all. I think it's quite nice. We also have one pedal driving if you want it, so you can turn it on there. And then if I lift off the accelerator, it's quite strong. Will it go to a stop? Yes, yes. Yes, it will. And I also tested it yesterday on a hill and it stopped perfectly. So the one pedal drive works really nice. Again, if you drive an EV and you get used to the one pedal driving, that's what you want. Now, efficiency, I think, is where this car is king. So it's got quite a small battery in terms of numbers. It's only 43 kilowatt hour battery. So on paper, 233 miles, right? But to put this into context, the Jeep Avenger has a 51 kilowatt hour battery, and that will do 248 miles WLTP. But the efficiency in this is banging. Like, it's so good. Yesterday, sport mode, ragging it up and down hills, in the mountains, just really going for it. And I was still getting 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour, which is so impressive. I reckon you can easily get real world 200 miles, I reckon. And it does drive nice. It corners well. There's a nice bit of weight behind the steering. It's not too loose, which is actually pretty blooming good, because sometimes in a car of this size, steering becomes really light and you don't feel completely connected to the car. But I do feel connected to this car. There's a nice bit of weight behind it. My only annoyance, I would say, is the fact that when you do want to change drive modes or you do want to put on one pedal, etc., you have to do everything through the screen. There's no kind of shortcut buttons that you can add on here. So that might annoy you a little bit.
Now, Ford have also told us that they have no plans for a bigger battery, but efficiency is key here. I kid you not, right? On this car launch, we were getting 4.4 while we were absolutely ragging it. We spoke to another car journo, right? And on a 1-hour journey using windy roads, etc., and really putting their foot down, they were getting 5.1 miles per kilowatt hour. That's brilliant. Fair play, Ford.
I do need to mention the steering wheel. It feels massive. It feels massive. Pretty sure this is the steering wheel from the Explorer and also from their van as well. Like, it feels big, could be a bit smaller. Like, this feels massive. It doesn't need to be this big. If it was smaller, you'd want to throw it about a bit more.
Now this is interesting. If you go for the basic trim, that price starts at £29,995. Now they've also said that if you go for that, it will be £5,000 down, 9,000 miles a year, £351 a month. Now, we've done some digging, and it turns out that you can get a Ford Capri all on the same terms for £305 a month. I mean, that's bigger, it's more spacious. Just depends if you want a Capri, really.
I'm impressed by it. I mean, I know it is a small battery, but efficiency is so impressive. I mean, yesterday when we took it out for a drive, we put it in sport mode, we were ragging it, and we were still getting 4.4 miles per kilowatt hour, which is so impressive. I think it's a beautiful thing, and I think if you're looking to change to electric and you already like the Puma anyway, you're going to be more than happy with this. You are. Especially if you had the old coupe like I did. And I feel like the best thing to do right now, because I do like this car, is just to do a nod back to the old coupe. Back when I had mine was when planking was a thing. And I've got a picture, and it's only right that we recreate it properly. Guy, can you shut this? Can you push that and shut that? That's great. Perfect. And then I'm going to do this. And then I'll see you next time. Subscribe. Bye-bye.